Well, hello, my friends. I'm excited to be here with AnnMarie Marlier. She is the executive director for Business Ethics Alliance, who does so much in our community and had a really great conference here over the fall. AnnMarie, thank you so much for joining me today.
It is my absolute 100% pleasure. We've had such great conversations over the last couple of years, and I am just honored to be in the company of all of the amazing organizations who make up Omaha. Just
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Well, let's just talk a little bit about Business Ethics Alliance because it,
Mhm.
it celebrated 15 years. I mean, this
Yeah.
was a milestone for this organization. And just who do you serve? And just tell us a little bit about the organization itself.
Absolutely. So we were founded in the mid to late 2000s on the heels of the Enron scandal. And Enron had been such a big part of Omaha prior that when everything blew up and that scandal happened, Dr. Beverly Crocker, our founder, and the Omaha Chamber and Creighton University and the Better Business Bureau, and several leaders from the business community, they all said, no, that's not who we are here in Omaha. And we don't want that to ever happen again. So we developed this citywide business ethics education initiative, and we're still going strong 15 years later. So we do everything from individual workshops for organizations. We host our very well-known signature events where we bring in speakers and panelists, and we really get into, I don't want to say the weeds, but we get into some difficult topics, when it comes to, is this an ethical thing for an organization to do? Or, hey, this ethical issue happened. How can we prevent this? And
Right.
not only are those events times to dive into what it means to be an ethical leader and an ethical organization, they're also times for networking so that people don't feel like they're making these difficult decisions in a vacuum, right? They've got colleagues, they've got other organizations, they've got the community who says, nope, we're not standing for that. This
Yeah.
is what we're going to do.
Yeah. I mean, I love those conversations. And again, you have, quite a few events throughout the year.
Mhm.
And then Ethics Space being the conference that I was speaking about that
Yeah.
happens in October. But you have these really, I think some of them were about AI and women in leadership. And really, there were several others that really talk and dive into the ethics that, I mean, every business and organization deals with, and you're asking questions about, or how do you navigate through things? Because things are always changing
Right.
out in the world about what are we doing in regards to this or that. So um I want to talk a little bit about 2024, and I look
Mhm.
forward to when we get into 2024 having a bigger conversation. But
Yeah.
what is next for the Alliance in 2024?
I think the biggest thing for people to know is that we're not going anywhere, right? And that's our big message for this year is we're here for 15 years. We're going to be here for another 15, 30, 45, you name it. We're going to be here because as much as I would love to say, hey, the ethics are kind of, embedding in everybody and we're seeing less and less ethical issues, it's just not the case, right? We still have ethical issues all over the place, and ethics still matter, bottom line. So we'll continue on with our signature events. We'll have 5 of those. And our theme this year, and we released this at our annual meeting, is going to be AI. We're going to spend a whole year really focused on different aspects of AI. And when I say we're focused on AI, I don't mean, we're getting into the nitty gritty of how all the algorithms work, and it's not going to be technical. It's what are the ethics of AI,
Yeah.
right? When you've got name, image, likeness, and deep fakes, whoa, right? That's an issue
Yeah.
when you've got digital natives whose ethics are changing around what digital engagement means. That's AI and an issue. So we're kind of fine tuning those
Yeah.
individual events now, but those will be a big part of it. Ethics Space, you mentioned the conference before. Ethics Space is going to be moving to 2025. And the
Okay.
reason being is because we're moving it from October, which is getting so crowded with so many wonderful events in October here
Yep.
in Omaha, that we're going to be moving it to March. And March is
Okay.
actually Ethics Awareness Month.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense to move it to March. The reason we're not doing it in 2024 is it takes a lot of work and I just can't get the staff, to buy into, hey, let's do another big conference in a couple of months. So we're going to take a year to just move that. And then one of the other things that, in addition to having some smaller community kind of maybe pop-up issues, or maybe it's, hey, come watch this movie and we'll have a discussion afterwards.
Yeah.
We're going to be starting a certification series. So there are many, many, many industries and professions where people need ethics credits for licensure and certification.
Okay.
So can you get those online? Sure. But what we're hearing is people really appreciate the opportunity to talk to others. So we're going to offer those in person as well.
Yeah. Well, that's really exciting. And thank you for sharing that information, because it's ever evolving. I mean, there's never going to be a time where it's not important, because AI years ago, that was not a thing. And now it is. And who knows what's going to be a thing next year, a couple of years from now. So I just appreciate how much you guys do and how and your contribution. I just want to talk, because this is kind of an end of the year, and just 30 seconds. How can people support you if they're looking? We're always looking at end of year giving. I know, what can people do to support you, in the last weeks of this, of the 2023 year?
Sure. 3 words: treasure, time, talent. We always need, and we're a small organization with a really small, tight budget. So, I'm going to be that executive director that says we do need money. We need money.
Yeah.
But we also need people to share time and talent, meaning expertise. If you're interested in being a panelist, or helping facilitate one of the signature events, or helping maybe bring one of our workshops to your organization, just takes a quick phone call or an email to us, and we will find a way to make sure that you can become part of that ethical community. That's what we're after, about building and rebuilding an ethical community here in Omaha.
All right. AnnMarie, thank you so much for taking the time out to join me today. Always love talking to you.
Thank you, Andy.
Ethics Alliance, my friends, look them up, and they're doing great things. So thank you again. And folks, don't go away. We'll be right back.